because otherwise I'm going to forget. But yeah, thanks guys for jumping on Instagram. Do I do dropshipping myself? Yeah, I do. You can head to ferncity.com and you can have a look at how I do dropshipping. Funny, I didn't think anybody would ask, but this is the product that I sell. It is a cotton beeswax wrap. They smell so nice and they look really beautiful. You essentially just wrap up your leftovers in them. I'll give you a nice little close-up. Yeah, dropshipping is pretty alive and well. I mean, the distinction between dropshipping and e-commerce is changing these days. But yeah, it's pretty work. Oh, yeah, there you go. Classic. Is dropshipping works in 2021? Yeah, dropshipping works pretty well in 2021. I mean, I think I said this last stream, but the Amazon is dropshipping essentially. AliExpress is dropshipping. Thanks for giving a winning product. Hey, you're welcome, man. Actually, it's Reswell from Debutify. He runs our winning products, and he's just excellent. Sorry, just for the guys joining on YouTube. Sorry if I'm looking in the wrong place. I've got a Instagram live going as well. The YouTube is alive and well. So why I must sell on Shopify but Amazon? Remzon. Can you just clarify your question there? I'm not sure I understand. Do you mean you should sell on Amazon instead of Shopify, or do you mean Shopify over Amazon? I mean, personally, you can do whatever you want. You could do WooCommerce or Square. There's so many options. But I think whatever works for you works best. Your MacBook's getting hot. Yeah, it is. How can you tell? Can you hear it? Oh, you guys must be able to hear it. Shall I just hold this? Is that better? Mickey Spa, thanks for the tip. Yeah, it's real loud, eh? Somebody just asked, do you recommend to use countdown timers? Yeah, I kind of toe the line between an urgency add-on that's going to encourage people to buy or something like that. A countdown timer is real good because it's kind of like subliminal, implicit, subconscious way of encouraging people. I mean, even having like shop instead of browse is an implicit way of encouraging people. And I look like a complete fool. I should have put a stand here. I actually do have a tripod. Where's that? All right, guys. Impromptu tripod search. Where is it? There it is. All right. Mickey Spa, thanks for your help. I'm just going to put this into a tripod. Nice and organized. And that should be a little bit less noisy. Is that okay? Or do you guys prefer it to be straight up? Probably straight up. That's going to look silly. Well, check this out. It's a Gorilla Pod. Whoa, that's so cool. Yeah, sorry, just to answer the countdown timers question. I think anything really that's implicitly encouraging people to spend money on your store is a good thing. It's up to you really if you want to have the branding be so sort of stimulating. A countdown timer is going to do probably good things for your store. Any tips to create urgency? Yeah, we're just talking about urgency right now. Yeah, so you mean if you're doing something like a countdown timer, it's really an active, engaging way of encouraging urgency. Nah, don't worry, Remzon. That's completely fine. I'm glad that you're here. Yeah, so let me just summarize. That'll probably be best. And sorry if the MacBook's real loud. It's a pretty intense thing to stream. Yeah, so to create a bit of urgency, there's two probably big schools of thought. And the one that I was just describing is an active model. That's something like an upsell. That's something like a countdown timer. If we go onto my website, Fern City, we can see this one here. You probably can't see it. Sale ends in 1 hour, 28 minutes, 31 seconds. That's an example of an active encouragement. But it's really up to you. Like, some people are seasoned and customers don't fall for things like that. They're like, all these little like gambits, these recently viewed, like, oh, one person just bought this recently in your area. Some people, probably the younger generation, my brother, for example, is 5 years younger than me, and he looks at these little integrations and he says, oh, these are kind of fake. But if you're targeting to an older demographic, these things are like gold, So I think to answer the question, it's kind of like, there's two schools of thought with urgency: subtle and active. So as I said at the beginning, a couple more people have joined the live stream since then. Having shop instead of browse, shop instead of catalog, is a really implicit, subtle encouragement to spend money on your store. And then you have things like discounts. So quantity upsell, quantity upsell, sale timer, discount saved, having things like how much inventory you've got left. That's more of a active style. Yeah, whoa, sorry if that was a complete ramble. Let me just check in on the YouTube. Hey, Planet TikTok. What's your favorite product research tool? And he's also saying countdown timers are only good for seasonal sales, lol. Other than that, I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point. Are you related to Ricky Hayes? No, I'm not related to Ricky Hayes. Ricky Hayes is actually in Australia, and I'm in New Zealand. And he's not my family member. Yeah. But yeah, what's my favorite product research tool? To answer your question, Planet TikTok. The tools for me, just off the bat, are like probably the less common ones, like Reddit. I use Reddit to find products. You might have seen my recent product research video. That was, we went over a subreddit, Good for Life. So there's a subreddit called Good for Life, and you can find people who post their absolute favorite items, tools over their whole life, So this is a really good example, is a Gorilla Pod. This was like $5. If you go on Good for Life on Reddit, you can see people who've posted like, hey, I'm looking to get a tripod. What can you recommend? What's lasted ages? And people will just spam that subreddit thread with examples of things that have worked for so long. And I think that is actually just kind of genius, kind of untapped. It's not a big subreddit. And the benefit that... the benefit that you have from using a subreddit like that instead of a e-commerce centric tool. Hey, Freddie, won't be able to join the live stream today, but you just did join the live stream. Thanks for popping in, Frederick. I really enjoyed having you on the live stream last time, so sad that you won't be hit, but don't worry. Yeah, sorry, just to continue your question, Planet TikTok, what's your favorite product research tool? Yeah, so Reddit works really well because it's peer-to-peer. I really like peer-to-peer organic grassroots product research because you're going with what's been proven from the consumer side. You can definitely look at tools like Ecom Hunt, Thieve, Dropship Spy. There's hundreds of those. But that is like kind of from a top-down, and it's an algorithmic perspective. Most of those tools have just got AI running finding peaks and troughs in the AliExpress orders and searches, which is like really useful. But to find an untapped product research method, I would go with Reddit. Remzon, I didn't answer your question. What was your question? Sorry, I'm looking at way too many screens right now. And welcome everybody else. There's so many people joining. Royalty Discount, TS Designs, BSD, J&O, man, Furries Margie, Mevs, Alfie Matthews, YK21. Welcome, guys. Thanks for being part of this stream. And hey to the YouTubers. I can't see your names, but thanks for being here as well. Whoa. But yeah, the product research methods. I also kind of am a bit of a stickler for free methods because you can just save money. So going on something like Reddit or even something like Etsy, why Shopify is a better platform than Magneto? That's my question. Oh, okay. Sorry, Ramzon. I didn't see that. I'll get back to that in just a sec once I finish the product research jam. Yeah, you can use these websites that everybody else is using, and you can definitely find products that can be scaled, products that do really well, but everybody else is kind of seeing that front page newsfeed, and that's something that I worry about. I'm like, there's people here that just join in just like me, they get the same front page, and they can do a bit of digging into the categories, a bit of digging into the niche, but at the end of the day, it's very similar to everybody else, so that's what wards me off those tools. I mean, the other thing that wards me off those tools is that you have to pay for them. So yeah, Etsy and Reddit for those grassroots, peer-to-peer reviewed products. Okay, hope that answers your question, Planet TikTok. You got a lot of time there. But yeah, Remzon, why Shopify is a better platform than Magneto? That's my question. Honestly, dude, I haven't used Magneto, so I have no idea. I've been a Shopify boy for a year, and I thought about moving to Square, but I haven't used Magneto. I recently had a brush with Magneto when I started using AR Spa and Utrust. These are some of the new apps that I reviewed this week. Utrust accepting crypto payments. It's a crypto gateway into Magneto and WooCommerce and Shopify. So I was very interested in the app itself for the crypto, but I honestly haven't got any experience with Magneto. So yeah, that's the honest truth. Sorry I couldn't help you there. Welcome to Ye Ideas, Antonio, Jeremy Moet, and feel free to ask any questions. And Damien FY, welcome on board. Remzon, yeah, no, you're welcome. Please hit me with another one. I've got another question on YouTube, but yeah, I'll just check back. How's life, man? How are you doing? Is everything good? Wow, that's such a nice question. Thank you. That's kind of towards me instead of towards e-commerce. Yeah, life is so good, so ridiculously crazy. I've just moved back to New Zealand, so this is my old room. I was subletting it to a friend, and now I'm back. It's a beautiful day. I'll show you guys. It's a little slice of New Zealand for you. Life is good. Me and my girlfriend are trying to figure out what to do next, and yeah, I think there's many brilliant possibilities ahead, and the store is going well, Debutify is going well, and I've got a generally positive outlook. So thanks, Planet TikTok. That's such a nice question. I really appreciate that. Remzon asks, did you use Shopify Plus? Nah. I just use the basic, cheapest plan on Spotify. I actually use the pause option on Shopify as well. You can use this pause function if you aren't running an intensive ad campaign. So if you're going to build out new creatives, which I would recommend renewing kind of somewhat often, or if you're going to do a bit more product research, or if you're going to create a email marketing campaign, if you're not going to offset this as somebody else, of course, you could do that. But I feel like taking the time to really create those high converting, eye-catching, and useful creatives for consumers, you're going to stand out. So what I do is I use the Shopify pause function and save myself $22 a month on that. So yeah, that probably answers your question. Did you use Shopify Plus? No, I do not. I'm a bit of a cheapskate. I mean, my mum always said, look after the pennies and the pounds will look after themselves. If you're in the US, that would be look after the cents and the dollars will look after themselves. It's kind of just like you should treat the smallest amount of money as if it was a large amount of money. And then later on, everything will be okay. Planet TikTok, that's great to hear, man. I'm so happy to hear that. I wish you guys the best. Thanks so much. Yeah, we'll see what happens. There's so much, so much ahead. It's good to be back in New Zealand, but might also be leaving soon, so we'll see what happens. But also, I don't even know. So, sorry, got a couple of questions here. Wexo on YouTube says, hey, is it harder to sell digital products or traditional products? I mean, it's quite a broad market to look at. I actually sell some traditional and digital products. You can have a look at this one. This is a overlay photo on premium paper that I just, here's another example. So I got these on Darkroom. I mean, I made this myself. These are everything. And here is just my paintings and photography. And this is what could be considered a digital product. So we can talk about that first. Digital products like these, you just put them on Darkroom or Printify, and customers will order them, and then they will be processed when that customer orders it. So it's similar to dropshipping method, where you can save a lot of time and you don't have to have your own inventory. And it's also kind of automated as well. I probably wouldn't stick to just one, because at the end of the day, a digital product is nice, but people want to have time out of their screens. So having real physical products too, like this is a real need item, wraps up your sandwiches, leftover food, and then you can just put it in your pocket or back in your backpack real easily. You don't have to carry around a big Tupperware. You don't have to use plastic. There's lots of benefits to that. So yeah, probably to answer your question there, Wexo, you can do both. I mean, really, the old maxim for money is don't put all your eggs in one basket. So probably do both. So a couple more questions. I'll try and answer them quickly. And also welcome to everybody else who's joining. There's so many people joining. That's really nice. Sam Op says, just stopping by to say, what's up? Sup, Sam. And Ramzan says, so did you have an LLC or a Delaware LLC? Yeah, so I actually have two LLCs. Neither of them are based in Delaware. Basically, my LLCs are based in New Zealand. I have Stray Path LLC, which is under... so Fern City, the dropshipping store, is under Stray Path. If you go onto the legal page, you'll be able to see that at the bottom. Oh, you guys can't see my screen. But yeah, there's a legal page here. And that's where it's tied up to Stray Path. The other LLC, so you can see it there, company number there, NZBN. So yeah, it's all it's all legal, it's all fully registered. I really recommend doing that for dropshipping or e-commerce. You just got to be transparent. You've got to be following the rules no matter where you are. So yeah, so there's that one. And then my first LLC was Rains Avenue Limited, which was just a video production company. And we made brand videos for hospitality industry, bars and things like that. Hey Micah, how's it going? Glad to have you here. Wow, it's getting heated. We've got quite a few people here now. On the YouTube side, is this annoying holding the phone? Probably is. Fine. It's just got the Instagram live as well. It's a good question for non-European, how to make all income legal. Yeah, I would honestly benefit from advice there, because being so far from Europe, it's tricky for me to know all of the legalities. The European Union is obviously a massive benefit there because it's a regulating system within 27 countries. I think the Shenzhen territory is 27. So that's really good for business owners in Europe because they can just follow the same regulations. Whereas, myself and Ricky, he's in Australia, I'm in New Zealand, Micah in Manila, there's so much regulation there that you can't just teach everybody. There's so much nuance. But yeah, great question, Remzon. A really good question. Okay, I've got Panda Go says, I've got a question. How can I get reviews for a product that no one has bought? I'm selling an IPL hair removal, the only product in my store, and it is saturated. That's a bit confusing because if it's a saturated product, then surely people have bought it. Off the dome, the recommendation there would probably be go to the supplier. If it's saturated, there should surely be a lot of orders, and then you can use those orders as well. Excuse me. I wouldn't get too dissuaded by having no reviews. The first product that I sold on Shopify had no reviews. I just didn't have the review tab up, and some people just started buying the biodegradable straw-made plastic cup that I was selling, and I didn't have any reviews. So I would give that a go. But yeah, it's a tricky one because the reviews are also just really good social proof. So yeah, probably summarize, get in touch with the supplier, see if they've got any reviews through a different sales channel. So if you're selling it on, if you're buying it through AliExpress, they might be selling it to a different website, and you can ask them if they've got other reviews. But other than that, good luck. I'm not sure what you mean by IPL. Is that something to do with party logistics? I'm not sure. We'll see. Hujda says fake you. It's true, I'm fake. This is a robot. This is all just a deep fake. Fragments of Jeff says, what's the next video you plan on releasing? Yeah, so I'm working with an editing team, and the videos are about 6 weeks. We have a 6-week buffer period right now. The video that we'll be releasing this week will be a Shopify apps video, pretty sure. But I just recorded a Facebook video, so you'll probably see that in 6 weeks' time. Yeah, there's so much content coming out on Debutify. I'd really be interested to see what you guys think, because what we're trying to do right now is move to longer videos. It's a live webinar, fake gurus. Yeah. Yeah, so you can... Oh yeah, sorry, I got distracted. Basically what we're doing right now is moving from the old style of videos, which were like 10 to 15 minutes. And we're going to be trying to make 45-minute videos, which are big. I mean, those are big videos. I'm just going to plug in my phone in case this dies. But yeah, we will be making longer videos. We're going to be doing higher value course kind of grade content. But I'd also just be interested, Fragments of Jeff, what kind of videos you want to see. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to make videos that no one's interested in. I want to make videos that are going to increase the subscribers. And also just to learn. I mean, you learn so much from making a 45-minute video about product research, Facebook, Shopify, case studies, whatever you want to do. Pandago says, I did ask Trem and they didn't. Body hair removal, but thank you so much for your answer. Hey, you're welcome. Best of luck with that. Oh, sorry. Best of luck with your supplier. That's a bit tricky. I'm just going to move this. That might be... Yeah, that's easier. Yeah. But yeah, honestly, Fragments of Jess, I'd love to know what kind of videos you want to see in future. Basically, for the foreseeable future, we have 5 main topics that we will be chipping away at. So, product research, Shopify case studies, Facebook ads, other sales channels, and winning products. And Shopify apps, actually. So there's also reviews. People want reviews, so it might move from 5 to 7, but I'm trying to keep it pretty structured right now. But that being said, please let me know if you want to see anything else. So yeah, it's up to you. Have you found finding influencers for your store? Yes, I guess what you mean there is how difficult has it been for me to find, or how easy has it been for me to find influencers? Yeah, it isn't actually as easy as I thought it was, to be honest. I kind of thought like you'd go to people and you'd be like, hey, I've got a product, hey, I've got some money, can you promote this? Turns out lots of people are not interested. So if you are looking at influencers, that is probably my advice, is don't get too disheartened, because lots of people just will be busy, lots of people are getting lots of messages, and your product isn't always going to align with their niche. So be sure to just keep asking and keep asking around. You can use the Instagram search bar, you can use the apps like Clout HQ, Dropship Spy. These things have algorithms to help you find Instagram influencers within your niche. It's pretty tricky, but yeah, just make yourself a nice template. I say stuff like, howdy, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up is kind of like overused, or hey in general, so try and have a little pattern interrupt, and a good offer. You know, if you're going to give people value, they're going to want to work with you. Just be professional, be polite, and you should be able to find Instagram influencers. But yeah. Let's see if we've got any. Who's my favorite YouTuber? Good one. I actually have a YouTube blocker because I found that last year I was watching way too much YouTube. So I don't watch too much YouTube. In this space, I honestly love Beheza and the Ecom King. Beheza for entertainment, he's so entertaining, and I'd say Beheza is entertaining and inspiring. The kind of side hustles he does, the flipping mountain bikes, millionaire starts from scratch, those things are so useful and fun to watch. And then the Ecom King just busting out value week after week. I watch his videos and I'm just like, I am an idiot. So I really like that. I really like to be schooled and taught from some of the very best. And he's actually just got so much cred. Shopify blog are posting about him, and that's just so good to see somebody succeeding. Wexo, I'm thinking of selling digital courses or ebooks with PLR, private label rights. There are no shipping times, so my question, is it worth to try? If you can just expand on that, do you mean there's no shipping time between you and the customer or between the PLR and you. But straight off the bat, I would definitely try it. I've got a digital course. It's not got anything to do with business. It's a bike packing course. And you might as well put it up online, man, because it's just going to sit on your hard drive. I've got audiobooks that go through Audible through Amazon, and I've been sitting on a couple of... I've got 11 audiobooks up now, but a couple of them I sat on for so long, and you're kind of just like, this should be online. This is good value. So yeah, Wexo, I would definitely try your digital course. I'd be really interested to know what it is. I can help you a bit more there. Doesn't really matter, there's no shipping time. People are probably going to expect lower shipping times in future. We're going to have drones, we're going to have digital assets flying around, and we're going to have speedier, faster processing times with payments. Like crypto will probably take over, hopefully. I'm banking on that. Crypto will probably take over, things will get a lot faster, and people will expect lower shipping times in the future. So no reason there not to try. In terms of your private label rights, I think I now understand what you mean. Do you mean that they're not your digital courses or ebooks? I would definitely not recommend selling somebody else's ebook or digital course. You're just going to get taken down, and that's just stealing. That's I'm not sure if that's what you're doing, but would never recommend stealing. You're just going to get in trouble. But yeah, please let me know if it goes well, and let me know what the courses are, because that would be helpful as well. But of course, if they're not yours, don't sell them. Yeah. Cool. I might just put this phone down because there's more people on YouTube and I can stretch. Wicked. Hey, thanks for showing up, guys. I was very shocked with how many people jumped on the Instagram there. I wasn't even planning on doing an Instagram live. Raphael, hey Connor, yeah, go crypto. Yeah, I've got way too much Ethereum for it to crash now. Yeah, there's so much potential in... Oh, somebody wants to be in the live video. Probably not today. Oh, they've gone anyway. That would have been kind of fun. Maybe next time. Is dropshipping dying? If not, what about in 5 years? Oh, you can't hear it all. Sorry. That's probably because I put it back on the laptop. Rose Quartz Ratchet, can you hear me now? And Pandago, I'll just answer your question in the meantime. Is dropshipping dying? What about in 5 years? The Tibetan monks say that everything is dying. Cells are dying all the time. It just depends on what your definition is of dying. I think things just evolve, change. Dropshipping when it began was dropshipping when it began was very different to what it is now. So from that lens, you could say it's completely dead. But it's not. You know, I always go back to the prime example of Amazon. They're absolutely killing it, and they're dropshipping. They're 60% of the people on Amazon are small businesses, and it's doing really well. I think just it is easier for the merchants to sell. The consumers don't really know the difference, so I don't think it's going to die at all. To answer your question, if not, what about in 5 years? Yeah, no clue what's going to happen in 5 years. I mean, a couple of potential predictions are, like we just talked about, cryptocurrency. I think peer-to-peer decentralized stores with less middle people involved would be good, you know, and faster payments. You know, it would be great if we could drop ship without PayPal, in my opinion, because things would just go faster. And with that instant feedback loop, there's a lot more trust, there's a lot more credibility, accountability. Having to wait a few business days for banks to deal with your money is always just going to slow down your business. So if you can get verification straight to your consumers as soon as they've purchased, then that is going to be a revolutionary technology. I mean, in 5 years' time, I don't know what the planet's going to look like. We didn't know. I mean, 1 year ago, I was going to cycle around the world from London to Africa on my little push bike, and now I'm in New Zealand doing a live stream on Instagram. So I don't know what's going to happen in 5 years. There's so much that could happen. Good things that could happen are probably it becomes a lot easier. I think that with apps like Debutify, I mean, even Shopify itself, it just makes selling online so much easier. And with more improvements at Debutify, people having a bit more wealth, like the world's wealth is increasing. We might have universal basic income. People will have more to spend. All of it is such a prediction, and I don't really think that making predictions is wise because, the future's just an idea, really. But thanks, Pandago, for asking. I think there's so much to be said about the future. Rose Quartz Ratchet on Instagram. Can you hear me? If not, I'm going to put down the phone because my arm's getting tired. But also, it's a good workout. Great, thank you. No, thank you. Honestly, Shot, thank you for asking the question because it's good to have a little community here. I'm just going to check email. How much do I need to spend on Facebook ads to get $1,000 in sales? So with that, there's a lot of nuance there. I'd probably say, what's your product? And how much does it cost? Because then we could know how long it would take you through to get $1,000. But yeah, probably just real quickly, the method would be to get anywhere near $1,000 in sales, you're going to want to find an audience, and that's probably the one thing I can impart to you is spend a small amount of money on finding your audience, run an engagement campaign, and figure it out who you're going to actually sell to, and then you can create a lookalike audience. The main thing really is you need to make really awesome ads, and then you can go deep into building out an engagement conversion campaign. Sorry, not an engagement conversion, just a conversion campaign. And it should be sweet. But I don't know how long it'll take you to get $1,000 in sales because I don't know how much your product is. Could be $120 product. Could be $5. I'm at Centuric. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, not much. just on the old desk talking to you. Got any questions for me? Let me know. I will. Thanks for being here, Amit. That's nice. Wexo's back. You can buy rights to sell and rebrand other person's digital products. Everything is legal. There are lots of niches, but my big concern is that people are buying more of real products and not. Yeah, that probably is the same as what I was just saying with the Facebook ads. There is a lot of people buying and a lot of people who are not buying, so you need to figure out the actual audience, because once you have the people, then you can sell to them. But that's pretty cool to know that you can rebrand other person's digital products. Please don't screenshot my artwork and sell it online. But yeah, no, good luck with that work. So that sounds insane. Benedur says theme 2.2 is too slow when you click add to cart. That might be something to do with how you set it up. I would recommend getting in touch with the customer support team on the app, and then they can just see exactly what's going on, because there might be some configurations that can be sorted out quite quickly. I can't help you with that right now. I know that the theme is actually faster, so I'm sorry that that's happening to you, because we want it to be fast. So sorry about that. Amat Sentuk says, can you have any suggestion for low buds ad strategy? Can you give, I would say. yeah, I mean, I kind of just covered it, but it is run a small engagement campaign. Don't scale anything until you really know. I mean, for some real figures, if you're really starting out small, I'd go like, you got 3 sales, that's not a fluke. If 3 people have bought one of your products, then you should start putting a bit more budget into it. But definitely do your research first. That's probably the main takeaway that I've got from running ads, is like, who the hell are you selling to? You know, figure out exactly the kind of person that you want to buy this product. Sorry, not even want to buy, but just will buy. You know, the more data you can have before you put in money to any ad strategy, Google Ads. I just started running a $300 a month Google ad to my store, and I would not have done that 6 months ago because I didn't really know who was buying. Doing your market research is really going to give you the leg up there. And yeah, just, I mean, you can watch the Facebook tutorials. I think I've got 4 or 5 up now, but yeah, it would be just start small. I don't know how much your product costs, but you want to figure out your break-even point before you start putting any money into any ad channel, because otherwise you might get a bit screwed. Arami Saad says, I really want to start, but something is stopping me. I don't know. That's probably good to recognize. Follow your intuition. Don't just jump in because lots of people on YouTube are doing it. You want to take things slow in business. You want to take things slow in relationships, in your career. You don't want to get caught up in a cycle of anything really that you're not comfortable with. So if you're feeling right now something is stopping you, then just take a breath, take a step back. Take some time to write down exactly what your plans are and just wade into it, whatever it is. I assume what you're talking about is dropshipping, then you can go ahead. But don't be peer pressured into it. It's a long game. This is not a get rich quick scheme. You can't do this overnight. I would be careful, concise, and just chip away at it. Just do a little bit at a time. I was discussing this with Joseph yesterday. He's our podcast host and multimedia team lead at Debutify, and my point is, when you're dropshipping, you need to be interested in it, essentially, because what you're interested in is what you naturally gravitate towards. So for me, Exhibit A, plants. Exhibit B, books. I love to read and I love to grow plants. So for me, at the end of the day, and at the beginning of the day, I go around, I water the plants, I make sure that they're doing okay, and I spend an hour or so a day reading, and then even more on the weekends. If you're not gravitating towards dropshipping or e-commerce, then don't force yourself into it. Try to recognize, self-reflect what it is that you're most interested in life, and then just lean right into that. Because that way, you're not going to find it hard to keep doing that. You will find it quite hard to... Sorry, didn't know what that sound was. You'll find it quite hard to jump into something that you just don't want to do. Like my first job, I was a cleanup boy at a butchery, and it was really gross. Just smelt real bad. Had to do horrible jobs cleaning up the butchery, and I wasn't really naturally gravitating towards going into work every day, but I did. And eventually, after 18 months, I saved up some money and I left. And now I'm lucky enough to gravitate towards things that I'm lucky enough to spend my time doing things that I would naturally gravitate towards. So if you can do that in e-commerce, then you're on the right track. Sorry if that was a bit of a ramble. Got a few more questions to answer here. Let me just put this tripod back together because there's not many people asking questions on Instagram, and that might give me a bit more time. Cool, guys. That's just down there. If you want to pop in, I'll just check if you've got any questions in just a second. Hey! Okay, so on YouTube, Yes Sir Lazarek says, hey, I want to start a membership site. Can you give me some advice? What's the membership for? What's the actual premium product? And I will get back to you. If the target audience says Ahmet is not the right one, should I add different ones until I succeed or change the product, which I think it has potential? Yeah, I wouldn't change the product. I think if you've already figured out the product, I would just change the audiences. Because then you're going to have to write more ad copy, find new creatives, build a product page for a new product. You want to just change the target audience, try it a few different times, and you should be fine. That being said, don't pour too much money into it, because if you've changed it to 5 vastly different audiences, different ages, different countries, obviously different people, and you're still not getting any sales, pause it, cancel the whole thing, and then move on. Give it a good shot, but don't get buried in the sand trying to sell whatever it is you're trying to sell. You have to self-reflect at some point and realize that it's not working. Exhibit A, my first store, Fairhead. No one wants the shower head that I'm trying to sell, so I don't do it anymore. Adam Fedomotov says, hey, can we make live? I have a few questions to ask. Just pop it in the chat, Adam. I'd be very happy to answer it here. But thanks for trying to jump in. I'm very nervous about letting people in on the live stream, but I think that would actually be pretty fun. I didn't even know that was an option, so this is the first live stream I've ever done, so probably just keep it to the basics. But Bov17 says, what's good? You from the A? I'm not from the A, I'm from the NZ actually. But originally I'm from England. So I hope that answers your question. Rami Sad says, thank you. Planet TikTok says, everyone give the video a thumbs up. Thanks, Planet TikTok. You're such a good support. Yeah, I feel like I might wrap it up. Maybe in 10 minutes we'll wrap it up. But it's going pretty well right now. But I just realized that I've been on for 48 minutes. Yeah, Planet TikTok, you got any questions? I'll hit you with a question. Otherwise, I'll check the emails again. But I think I will wrap it up soon. And Adam, sorry I didn't let you into the live chat. I did let you into the live chat. You can ask in the live chat now. Planet TikTok, how do you build high converting product pages? That's a nice broad question. Thank you. It all starts with the creative. Yeah. I'm not the pinnacle of knowledge here, but from my perspective, it starts with the creative, because everybody's got access to the same things. Everybody can run Facebook ads. Everybody can get products off AliExpress. And everybody can steal everybody else's content. So it's up to you to take all of these aspects and build a personality. When I make music videos, and I work with musicians, and I often have this conversation. You toe the line when you release an album between authenticity, which is, pure, like you're really representing yourself, and accessibility, which is you're trying to meet a demand in the market, and showcase something that you see is wanted in the market. So with dropshipping and how to build high converting product pages, you need to toe the line between accessibility and authenticity. Get a great creative out there, but be honest with people about your truth. I would really recommend, if you want to build a high converting product page, go and read the Harvard Business Review 4 Truths. Really great article on how to build a brand. Because you need to understand yourself, what your truth is. Why are you doing this? Why are you selling this product? And then you'll be able to meet the customer in the middle. But, there's also just basic things like having GIFs, having good photos, having a nice explainer video that looks professional, not having too much ad copy, but having enough ad copy to really explain the features. We can go on Fern City if you want. I can show you some of that. I honestly think that my product pages are too big. I've been getting insecure about that myself. But yeah, feel free to jump on to ferncity.com and have a look at my product pages. And of course, there's much, much better people than me. If you want to look at product pages, go and check out Gymshark, these MVMT, big stores that have great things. Abdis Selamar Hardy says, I'm just starting on TikTok. What is the original things I can start if you were in my short? Do you mean short like the short video, or do you mean in your position? Yeah, that's a great question. TikTok, eh? Yeah, straight off the bat, I would probably make things that are funny. Because, excuse me, if your content that you're sharing on TikTok is funny, it's going to get organically shared. You want to have things that get growth organically. You don't want to have to bang people on the head saying, share this is great. You want it to be intrinsically great. So if you're doing something on TikTok, I would probably just try and make people laugh. Oh, you're selling shoes? Yeah, do something funny with the shoes. Put them in places that are unexpected. Make it absurd. Make it eye-catching. And then just slip in every now and again an actual call to action. You don't want to spam people with your products. Just make them comfortable. Make them appreciate your page, your brand. Hope that answers your question. Yeah. Okay, I've got a few more questions. Oh, my neighbour. I'm French. Lived in England, London for 12 years. I thought you were originally from NZ. Yeah, no, I was born in Plymouth, moved to Somerset, and then moved back to Plymouth because my dad was in the Navy. And then we moved out to New Zealand when I was 11 years old. And I visit the UK about once every 5 years. And the US I've been visiting recently. But yeah, no, that's mean that you're French. I love Francais. I like to go camping in Normandy and places like that. Cool. Amat Sentuk says, what is the indispensable, most essential thing for dropshipping landing page? I've got some urgency, brand badges, and quality pictures, but no social proof. What's your experience and advice? Yeah, I'd probably strip it back even further than that. I'd probably just have something that's interesting. Brand page that I was looking at the other day is Mudwater or Four Sigmatic Coffee. It's got a unique selling point, which makes me continue down the page. If you read Ogilvy on advertising, you'll know that the whole point of a landing page, which is essentially just copy, is to get people to read the next line. So you want to get people down that line. So feel free to share your page in the chat and we can all have a look at it. You want to have that first thing on the page get people down the page, the landing page. It's just like copywriting. So yeah, you can have social proof, you can have urgency, brand badges, good pictures, definitely. But on a fundamental level, you want to figure out what is going to get people to keep going down the page. Whether that's a cool video, whether that's a joke, whether that's a unique selling point, just make sure to include it, really. Planet TikTok, thank you for your time, man. Have a blessed one. Thank you, Planet TikTok. Thank you for all of your support and your questions. I really appreciate all of that. And have a great day yourself, wherever you are. But yeah, Ahmet, feel free to drop your page in the thing, and we can have a look at it. We can do a live review right now. But that would probably be my advice, is fundamentally you want to get people to continue down the landing page, so make it interesting. I Took Miners says, how you doing, mate? Yeah, real good, man. It's Easter Friday. I'm probably going to go to the beach, and I won't be surfing because it's a very still day, but I'm definitely going to be going swimming. But yeah, I've been working this morning. It's been a good day. Great day. Thanks for being on the live video, and thanks for asking. Oh, he retracts the message. Okay. But thanks for asking how I'm doing. I'm doing good. I'm actually just going to finish up this Instagram live. Thank you, everybody, for being on the live. I'm just going to devote to the YouTube. All right. Thanks. Have a good day in Instagram. Yes, I want to end the video. Wow, we had 174 people on the Instagram live. Wow, that's so sick. All right. Amit Senturk says, my page is SH1T. I'm not sure if I'll get demonetized. And my page is like rubbish on computer. I designed it for mobile. Is that hurt my sales? Nah, dude. I honestly, I don't actually have the data, the raw data, because obviously we're all in different countries. But most people just buy on mobile. You know, I don't know how many people buy on mobile in your country. But it's not, I mean, maybe if your desktop version is like really bad, you haven't given it enough attention, just tidy it up a bit, but you don't have to pour too much design into it, as long as it doesn't look like fake or unappealing or like scammy. Yeah. But yeah, it probably won't hurt your sales because you've got two streams there. You've got people coming into the mobile, people coming into the desktop. And if people are navigating on your mobile page, they're not navigating on the desktop. At least not at the same time. So I don't see how it would hurt your sales, because you can't switch between them at the same time, unless somebody's got a computer and a mobile open and they're looking at your page, but that's very unlikely. They're probably just following your funnel. They're probably just following through from your ads to have a look at it. But yeah, feel free to pop it in the chat and we can actually see what it's like. I can look at it on my phone. I can look at it on the desktop. Lassia Lazarek, can you give me ideas on how to make $11 an hour? I probably have a couple of ideas. There's lots of ways to make money. I'll give you one right now. This grows in the bush for free. There's actually a little green one coming up here. You can take a clipping from here, set up a product page, and you've got a self-fulfilling product here that just keeps on growing. You could sell a clipping like this for $8, and a plant like this for $25. So grow plants at home. That's one way of making money. But really, there's so many different ways to make money these days. I know there's a big market for audiobook narrators. I used to do that, and I was getting so many jobs I had to turn them down. You can, I don't know where you are, so there's also physical jobs. I mean, landscaping, laboring, working with the gig economy, you can go on Upwork, Fiverr. I'm not sure if you mean in e-commerce or just in life. Johan VDW says, do you think that most products can sell if you just market it correctly and have a converting website? Yeah, real good question, Johan. You can definitely trick people into buying things, which is kind of gross, but it's just the truth. I don't think that most products can sell if you market it correctly, because some people have already got the product. Some people don't want the product. If it's not a need item, it isn't going to sell, because people are going to second guess it and they're going to go, I need to put the money into where it's needed first. But you do bring up a good point, which is that marketing is king. People don't buy from sites that look like rubbish, that don't have good marketing, because think of it like you're selling to a friend, family member, your closest people in your life. If it's easy to sell and you want to sell it, then it's going to sell itself. So that's already going to cut out a lot of those products that you're talking about. But if you've got a good product that you can sell to your friends and family, and you've got good marketing, then you're laughing. So to answer your question in summary, I'd probably just build out a good high converting website and try and build out good marketing for whatever product it is. Don't spread yourself too thin. Don't have too many products. I've got like 4 different products on my page on my website right now, but I'm only really focusing on one. If people want to buy the other ones, then that's a bonus for me, but I am laser focused on just this. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Johan. Yeah. I feel like it's gonna come to a close now. I am 30 seconds ahead of you guys, so if you have any last minute questions, this has been wicked fun. Please feel free to drop them in the group chat. If you've got any questions and we miss them, I just will write them down and try and get to them next time. But for now, this has been a wicked live stream. Somebody's just joined. I'll just say it again. If you've got any last minute questions, I'm right here, and I will probably clock off soon. But this has been great. But yeah, let me know if you want to see any other videos. Feel free to watch any of the videos. If I didn't answer any of your questions, we have a pretty extensive playlists from Shopify to product research to Facebook ads, and lots of things in between. But yeah. Hey Johan, you're welcome. Thanks for asking that question. I really appreciate just having you here to talk to. Panda, last question before I go to sleep. If a beauty product costs about $60 on AliExpress, how much do you think I should sell it for? Yeah, above $20, you want to sell it below $20, you can sell things for like 3 times the price. And above 20, I'd probably go for twice the price. Factor in how much it costs to get it to your customers as well. You want to offset the shipping costs to your customers. But yeah, you could probably, I know you can sell beauty products for above $100, $120, no mistaking it. The thing with beauty products is the audience want to buy from people they know and love. That's why, Kim Kardashian, they just have amazing sales because, I meant to say Kylie Jenner. Is she a Kardashian? I don't think so. Massive amounts of sales, just purely because she's got a huge audience. So myself and maybe yourself included, we don't have a huge audience like that. But yeah, you can easily do 2 times. And if it's below $20, you can do 3. But yeah, good luck with that, man. Good luck. Amit Senturk, I cannot see your link. sorry, maybe we can't put links up on the stream. Feel free to send us a message on Instagram and I can review it in our next live stream. Osama Rabi says, what needs do college students have? I want to target this category and sell them products. Yeah, good question. Hard demographic to target to. You want to make their lives easier. So think about a daily life of a college student. They probably would like something that helps them study, that helps them concentrate, but also think about their social lives. They want status. Maybe they do. I don't know if everybody wants status, but some people are interested in status. So yeah, there's lots of different people inside of that demographic, but things like increasing their well-being, making it easier for them to study, making it easier for them to enjoy their hobbies. You could sell college students, I mean, what was I buying when I was at uni? I had no money. I was going to food banks when I went to uni, and then I moved back to my parents' house. I bought a couple of bits of equipment that helped me make more money. So always a need. Doesn't matter what the demographic is. So yeah, hopefully I've answered your question there, it would be think about the needs, not just from the job-centric, the study-centric, but the social-centric, fashion-centric. Think about those needs that they probably want. But I mean, it's also different like where you are. We're not just talking about one type of person. All right, now the questions are popping off. Johan, BDW, last question. Do you think the best way to learn marketing is to actually practice it and do it? Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's the same with anything. You can't just start and it be great. You need to have a feedback loop, reflect on it and see really how it performs. And then you can adjust it, change it a little bit. Like, I've been making videos since I was 11. So that's 14 years, 15 in July, experience on storytelling with videos, really. So you do have to learn it. I would definitely recommend reading some of the greats. Ogilvy on advertising is really good. I just finished the Boron letters. That was highly recommended. I mean, it was okay. I'd read things like Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, and practice writing things that are concise. You just don't want to waste people's time in marketing. You want to give them the value, give them the interesting thing, and make them read the next line. So practice that, Johan. I actually have a link. What's it called? Okay, Johan, I've got the thing for you. I will put this in the chat because that's going to make a bit more sense. Give me 2 seconds. It's a good question you asked. Can I put this in the chat, this whole thing? Nope. Nope. Alright, I've lost the chat. No. Right, so there's basically this piece of copywriting by Paris A. Lamproulas, and I will just put his name in the chat. Okay, this is for you, Johan. Look this guy up. He has an article called this. And what you want to do is hand write this copy. This is really good stuff. Hand write it, read it out loud, try and figure out what is going on in this copywriting. And you will learn a lot of copywriting skills from doing that. And then what I do, and I don't do this every week, but probably on average once a fortnight, sometimes I do it twice a week, is take a product that you're not selling, that you could sell, like this, and just write copy for it. that's one way to learn, Johan. So hopefully that answers your question. At center, looks, money, status, and some hot chicks would be good. Terrible. But yeah, that's one way of looking at college students. But you know, they are compassionate, lovely people who are just trying to find their way in the world as well. But yeah, okay. Wow, 15 minutes just goes by just like that. I think I'll call it there. Thanks for having me, guys. Johan, I hope that helped you. Rather than learning it in theory, I've been marketing for about 2 years, but I feel like I need to learn so much. Yeah, I mean, that's the same with anything. Once you start exploring a field, a science, a literature, you discover that there's just so much nuance, so much to be learnt. But yeah, give it 5 more years, you'll be far better than you are now, and give it 10 more years, and you'll be taking it easy. It'll be easy. And actually, there's one more question. Can you start Facebook ads with low budget, 300, 500? Yeah, you definitely can. Yeah. Just spread that out a bit.